Good hair means curls and waves. Bad hair means you look like a slave. At the turn of the century, it's time for us to redefine who we be. I am not my hair, I am not the skin, I am the soul that lives within.
Hi everybody, thank you very much for joining us on My Hair and I, where we always talk about anything and everything hair. My name is Winnie Lubembe. Now, for too many years, black women have been made to believe that their natural hair is not beautiful and they ought to find unrealistic and, quite frankly, foreign idea of beauty. But now it's empowering and refreshing to see that so many women, not only in the African continent but also in the diaspora, embracing the natural beauty and the natural hair texture. In Kenya, for example, there is a thriving hair community that is growing bigger every single day. But that is not to say that there is no misinformation rather on how to maintain, or the best way to maintain and grow healthy, stronger, natural hair. And that is why we have our resident trichologist here with us today to set the record straight as far as maintaining and of course growing natural hair is concerned. So let's meet him. Hi Steve.
Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you.
Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been long.
But you're well?
I'm well.
And we're so happy to be here today at, to just talk about natural hair, which is something, like I said, that is growing every single day. So before we get into the discussion, kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you, Winnie, for the opportunity again. My name is Stephen Omolo, and I'm a trichologist at Nairobi Trichology Center. Yes. And
I love the beautiful office right here at the Nairobi Trichology Center. It is so beautiful, so warm, and the ambience is really good. So thank you for hosting us today, Steve.
You're welcome.
All right. And now when we talk about going natural, I mean, then this is the thing that most of the ladies are talking about. I'm going natural.
Yeah.
So as far as going natural is concerned, what is the best way? Because you see, there's some people who are used to braiding or weaving, and some who are used to, chemically relaxed hair. Yeah. And now the big decision is, I want to start growing my hair naturally.
All right.
So is there a best way or a bad way of transitioning?
I think when you want to transition, you probably have to making the decision. I think is the most challenging and most difficult world. But it is a look probably you've never had before, and now you want to try it, and you do. And if you have palmed hair, you don't have to cut the hair. Just let the hair grow. Just let your growth continue to grow until the other hair is overgrown. Then just start transitioning. And even if you have to, natural hair is a little more, let's say, probably difficult to manage. You have to put into consideration a number of stuff. Like if you having natural hair, is going to be more curlier. And not palmed and not straightened like the other hairs. So management is going to be totally different. Because you have to probably comb your hair every day. You have to probably apply a lot of moisturizers, a lot of oils every day to make it look shiny and to give it the look you want to see. On the other hand, if you have a palmed hair, you probably just want to do your pony, so it is much easier to manage palmed hair than the natural hair. When you decide you want to make your own home products for managing your natural hair, you probably want to consider a few things. Are you competent enough to make those products? Are the ingredients available locally, or are there things you have to import, just in terms of costing? And then you have to consider the products. If you make the products naturally, see, they don't have the preservatives, so you'll not be able to store them for a week or so. That means you have to be making it more often, so you have to be prepared to go the long way. So I think those are some of the challenges. And if you're using these natural tinctures and ingredients, you mix them the right way. You have to consider, is there a way you should mix them so that they work effectively? Or if you don't know how to mix this oil, probably should consider consulting an expert in this area to help you do that. But the same things, I mean, commercially they are good products for natural hair. There are actually a number of products for natural hair that can still help maintain the natural hair. So I think it's mostly of a choice between an individual.
Okay. But what are the basics, let's say, must have, especially if you want to probably make your own shampoo, if you want to make your own conditioner, if you want to make your own treatment. So what are the basic must-haves? Let's start with the shampoo.
If you want to probably have your own shampoo at home, you need things like liquid soap, and probably you need some oils that are natural tinctures that probably you want to give it the smell you want, and there are also some little preservatives that you can have, but there are some products that probably you can buy from the shops, but the challenge is, are you able to mix them effectively? Because some of the fumes probably being produced when you're mixing the product can be harmful probably to a person. I think there's a product called sodium permanganate that a lot of guys use to make with other ingredients to make the shampoo. So you have to make sure you have a safe environment, well ventilated, when you want to make probably a shampoo and stuff. And you can choose some essential oil just to add in to give you the smell you'll want to look. But the hard part is that you cannot probably store it for more than a week. You have to keep making, and that's time consuming. And if somebody who doesn't have a lot of time to do that all the time, then probably just buy products that has a longer shelf life.
We also talked about the fact that we need to use the essential oils. And some might be like, so what are the essential oils?
Essential are natural tinctures that add value to our other oils that we use on a daily basis. They have a very, very fantastic smell. And also they have some other benefits. There's some that promote good hair growth. There's some are just very, very good for the skin. There's some that have some antimicrobial activities on the scalp. So there are several. You just want to choose which smell do you want, which one will work for you better.
And then again, talking about liquid soap, I'm so sure you've seen some of the soaps that are locally made, and come in different colors. Are they safe to use and mix with other ingredients to make your own shampoo?
I mean, it's safe. I think as long as it's not expired, it should be safe. But as I said earlier, you must know how the ratios. The safe ratios to use. All right. So what is the best way to create a regimen that would work best for you? Because I mean, like I said, there's this online community here, international hair community that is growing super fast, and you find people talking about different things at different times, and they worked for them, and then when you try, it doesn't work for you, you become sort of disappointed. So when it comes to creating your own regimen of probably shampoo and all of that, what is the best way you'd advise someone to go about it? Okay, I think that's another thing that really depends on an individual. What results are you trying to achieve with your hair? And then probably you have to consider your type of hair. Is it the coarse, thick one, or is it the light Caucasian one? I mean, is it is it very curly? Is it how do you say? Is it coarse hair? Like most of our African hair is very coarse, and just a few people have very, very, very mild hair. So you have to consider those things. Also, you have to consider the amount you need to use, so that you know how big the oil you want to make is, and then you have to consider the expiries of those oils. You have to predetermine this one you can use it maybe for 1 week, and then you throw it away, then make another one. So there's actually a number of things to consider, but the best way probably is you can just go to the supermarket, buy the liquid soap, and then you want your shampoo to smell a certain way, go to these organic shops, then buy your tincture that you want. Things like peppermint, tree oil, palm jam oil, the Ayurvedic oil. There are actually several, just depending on
what kind of
on what you really would like. I think most people go for them because there are certain smells they want. Their hair to smell, and sometimes you can even mix the shampoo with some moisturizers. You can even mix with some coconut oil, so that when you shampoo your hair, it moisturizes your hair as well.
All right. And then you also talked about the fact that our natural hair is very difficult to manage. That is true. So when it comes to making that conditioner, that of course would help when it comes to detangling your hair, what are some of the natural products that you would advise people to use?
Conditioner actually is supposed to make your hair more shiny,
Yeah.
looking more nice and reflecting a lot of light. Yeah. So there are some essential oils that are very, very good for that. Yeah. You can put things like tea tree oil and eucalyptus. They are very good for that. And then you can also add some coconut oil in your conditioner. Yeah. Just to coconut oil is very good in that it's able to penetrate the cuticles of your hair and moisturize it. So every day you applying your conditioner, you're still moisturizing your hair and making it more healthier.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And lastly, the treatment. We have the treatment aspect where
the protein treatment.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And talking about protein, there's a lot of products on the shelves.
Yeah.
Where they're labeled, good for natural hair.
Yeah.
A solution for every woman's natural hair.
Yeah.
So when it comes to identifying, such products with protein treatment, first of all, how would you advise someone to make their own protein treatment at home? And then when it comes to shopping as well for protein treatment, what are some of the things that we need to really be cautious of?
Yeah, I think protein treatment it will be something easy to probably go about. The best I like advising is the egg yolk. It's something you can just do at home. Yeah.
Yes.
Once you have your shampoo, you can just shampoo your hair. Shampooing your hair, use just 2 eggs.
Yeah.
It's very economical. Just beat it well, mix it well. Then just apply on your scalp after shampooing. Yeah. You shampoo your hair. Then when it is still wet, not very dry, you apply your protein treatment. Yeah. Then you can cover with the nylon cover just to maintain the heat inside. Yeah. Cover it for maybe 30 minutes or 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then just wash your hair with the normal water. You don't have to shampoo again. You can just wash it with normal hair, normal warm water. Yeah. And then after that, your hair will be well taken care of, because hair is like 90% protein, and is able to absorb those proteins from the eggs. Some people also try to use avocado. So those are a good protein treatment, or even a moisturizer. You have seen guys trying to, but it also depends on what work on an individual. You can still buy commercially made protein treatment. They're equally good. Yeah. So it all depends. I use this and it's working for me, so I want to maintain it. So it is just about the individuals.
How do I identify? You talked about you can as well buy, the protein treatment. So how do I identify the proteins on a product label?
I think if these protein treatments are commercially made and they have been allowed to be in the shelves, they should be good. But probably if you, like I said earlier, if you want to know which one, some will not work good for some people, some will work good for some. So you just can try one. Next time you try a different, or just try different ones. See which one works best for you. Yeah, because the ingredients usually are almost the same inside, but now it depends. We don't know what manufacturers put in there. All we know is that whatever they have written out there is what they have put in there. As consumers, you have no choice.
Can you really trust them much? Because we have seen people, Steve, who've gone to the supermarket or beauty shops or wherever, bought a product that, and of course read the label as well, and then protein treatment, or like it's so and then you go home and use it and you find out it does more harm to your hair than good. So when it comes to being cautious, because you see, someone is trying to go natural here. So the worst thing is trying to find products that have harsh chemicals that, in turn will do more harm than good. So what are some of the things that we need to be very, very cautious, especially when we decide, fine, I'm not going to make my products, that is a shampoo, conditioner, treatment at home, but I'll choose to buy. What are some of the, let's say, chemicals that we need to be very, very cautious of?
Okay, when we look at the ingredients on these products, the usually ingredients that are put in those products are safe dosages, as safe amounts. That's why KEBS has allowed them to come to this market and sell those products. But still, I would say that sometimes the products are good, and when we use the products, we claim that the products are actually not working on a higher, yet we are the ones who do not follow the instructions.
So most of the time
you find people don't just get a product and they go and start using it, they don't consider reading the instructions, because the manufacturer always write in it. If they say put it, then wait for 30 minutes, cover the hair, just follow the instructions. If you follow the instructions well, you'll get the result. And then the other thing, some people use products that are not meant for their type of hair. Like they usually indicate, for coarse hair, leave it for 45 minutes to an hour. For thin medium hair, leave maybe 30 minutes. So if you don't consider those small aspects, you'll not achieve the
results
that you want. So you need to consider all of those things. But most products are good. Sometimes the people who use the products are the one not really following the instructions.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right, and now there's also another aspect of how do I deal with humidity and of course, other weather conditions when it comes to maintaining our natural hair, and one of them being the issue of rain.
Rain.
And most of us, when you get rained on, your hair sort of like shrinks. And all that. So when it comes to managing humidity and all that, what would you advise, especially for transitioning to natural hair?
I think humidity is good for hair because it's water. Water is the best moisturizers for hair.
Okay.
When you use these commercially made moisturizers, always important that you can put some little bit of water on your hair.
Yes.
Then you apply the moisturizer on top to seal the hair. So water is good, but probably when it's raining and maybe when you go to very humid areas, you can probably find a way of covering your hair. Covering your hair, and then probably when you get home you need to probably just wash your hair to get rid of the excess water, because some even the rain can come with some debris and dirt and stuff. So you just need to be careful that when your hair is made wet by rain and other stuff, just when you go to the evening at home, just shampoo, just clean it again. And another thing is that when your hair becomes a little bit wet, it becomes a little bit weaker. It becomes a little bit weaker, not because some of the hydrogen bonds in the hair strands are broken. So when they are wet, they are prone to cutting easily. It doesn't really mean the hair shrinks. I think when your hair is wet and then you go and manipulate it a lot of it you will just cut, but not really shrink.
Oh wow, okay. You see, that is why you're here to set the constraint. Okay, and then again, there's also another aspect of shampoo. But how often am I supposed to shampoo my hair? Because I mean, sometimes you might be tempted to wash your hair every day, thinking that it's the right thing to do. But according to psychology, that is not the right way. So how often are you supposed to shampoo your hair?
Most of Africans, our hair is the coarse, very curly type. Coarse, very curly type of hair, and probably medium hair. You need to shampoo hair like once every 2 weeks, actually.
Once every 2 weeks.
Just once every 2 weeks. Very, very important.
Okay.
Because usually the pores where the hair comes through usually produces some oil called sebum. Sebum is a very, very important oil for the hair and the scalp, in that it's able to, it moisturizes the hair from the root to the tip. It's supposed to travel, It also moisturizes the scalp and protect the scalp. It has a lot of antimicrobial activities on the scalp. So if you wash your hair every day, and you are my hair type, you're actually washing out the sebum every day, so your scalp will remain dry. Can even get infected and very itchy and stuff like that, because you're washing the only protection you have on your scalp. The reason why we need our sebum to stay on our scalp for some times, because it travels very slowly, because our hair is very curly. So the sebum will travel very slowly to the tip. So you need to give it time to travel slowly, and go up to the tips. Because the curling points are actually like points where the oil cannot pass through. But for people like the Caucasians, people with the Indian, the Asians, people with very straight hair, their sebum just travel very, very fast to the tips. So for them, I will advise them to even wash their hair daily. It is very effective and it's very good. Then if they don't wash their hair, the build-up of sebum can be so much on the scalp that it can cause some other issues. So for them, they can shampoo their hair every day. But for us, unfortunately, at least every 2 weeks.
Once in 2 weeks.
Once in 2 weeks.
Not every single
day.
Not
every day.
Or thrice a week.
Not thrice
That's
a week.
All right.
But the other times, actually, I don't mean that you don't wash your hair. For the other times when you're taking a shower, you can just let the water flow on your scalp.
Without necessarily having to use a shampoo
in fact, never use soap on your scalp.
Okay, so Steve, as we bring this to a close, when it comes to styling, because you see, when maintaining that natural hair, it doesn't mean that you will never ever style it. It's important to also style your hair, and sometimes it's good to give your hair a break.
Breaks,
so when it comes to styling, what would you advise people, and then as well as giving your hair a break?
Safe styling.
This one as well.
Okay,
But
okay. I
yes,
mean,
safe styling.
you have to consider maybe the shape of your head. Some people you
Yes.
consider the shape of your head or the shape of your forehead when you want to probably style your hair.
Yeah.
You probably have to consider where you're working. What does your boss allow you to do with your hair
Because
and
for most
stuff like
people,
that?
they will tell you
Yeah.
that when they go to the office, people tend to consider natural hair as unprofessional.
as unprofessional.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then again, that coupled with the fact that, sometimes, I don't know if you walked around town and you find ladies sort of like, we're trying to tie our hair, upwards.
Up, yeah,
And then leave the
And
natural
then leave the
bit.
natural bit, yeah.
Is that safe?
Yeah, you
Because
can-
probably
you
tend to
can-
pull
yeah.
it too much.
You can do a pony, but then you must have very long hair for you to be able to do a
yes.
pony. Yeah? You can do a pony still, but just make sure there's not so much tension. Yeah,
Yes.
just make it very light, safe for your hairline, so that the hair is not constantly under tension.
Yes.
You can just do that. There are several curls that you can use some curling gels to just curl your hair and make it look nice. But you also just consider your work type, what professional will be allowed. Yeah,
Yeah.
but natural hair is very professional. It is actually currently it is very, very acceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And
Yeah.
then when you decide to give your hair a break,
Yeah.
how often or after what, like how long, maybe months, maybe weeks, would you advise someone to give their natural hair a break and
Yeah.
probably do like a wig or weave and then
Yeah,
go back to
actually,
natural silk?
once in a while you can give your hair a break. There's no problem. Sometimes you can also just wear a wig to cover your hair from the dust and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Indeed.
because when you're working with Ethiopian, actually it attracts a lot of dust. And avoid oils like petroleums, like hair food, those things, because they attract a lot of dust on the hair.
Yeah.
You can avoid such things. But styling, really, you just have to
It's-
consider those aspects.
Yeah. Don't pull it too much because
Yeah,
I think we're trying to
yeah.
grow natural hair.
Yeah,
not-
don't pull it too much.
Yeah.
Don't use products that you don't know what they do to your hair.
Yes.
Just don't just use products because your friends use them and you did 1, 2, 3. I mean, consider your hair type.
All right.
Yeah.
Comes to myths, because we've heard so many myths about
Myths
natural
about
hair.
natural
Like,
hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what are some of those that you've had? I mean, being a trichologist, of course, people come to you and talk to you about this and that, and all those types of myths. So what is that one thing, maybe 2, maybe 3, that you would want to demystify today?
There's a lot of beliefs that people believe that
Yes.
if you're losing hair and you cut your hair, then it will
grow.
all of a sudden, all of
Yes.
them, and people go ahead and do that, then they find out, I lost hair, it's not coming back.
Yes.
Then now they come to see a trichologist. Yeah. And some people also believe that when your hair is kept natural, it is not growing as fast
Yes, you need to
as
braid
it
it and
should
pull
grow.
it
You need
with
to
your hair.
braid and
Okay.
pull it for it to grow. But that I am braiding my hair so that it can grow fast. That's a myth. It's not true at all. Yeah, because when your hair is natural, the curls are so many that the hair cannot be straight. Yeah, so it doesn't mean the rate of your hair growth. Your hair will grow almost an inch every month. That does not change. That is determined genetically. Yeah,
It has nothing to do with-
It has nothing to do with the
okay.
with our style. When you braid your hair, probably you're just putting attention under your hair and making them a little bit straight.
Yeah.
So that when you remove the braid, they look straight. It doesn't even mean they grow faster.
fast.
They're just more straight. When you palm your hair,
Yeah.
you're just straightening your hair. So it doesn't mean you're making it grow longer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are
Alright.
just some of the myths.
Okay. All right. And what would be your parting shots to people who are really thinking about transitioning?
It's good. It's good. It's safe. People can transition. Just start. I mean, just start. You don't have to just start. Just wait for your growth to come, and as your growth comes, you keep managing your split ends. Yeah, and keep on using natural product to make sure your growth also looks nice. And with time, the palm the new growth will overgrow the palm hair.
Yeah.
And then it will just be permanent. You don't have to cut. Some people opt to cut their hair and let it go. It's still
A
okay.
big
If,
chop.
yeah,
But
if
it's
it's
a
work
big
for you,
chop, okay.
it's work for you. It's still okay. You can still cut it.
Yes.
Yeah, because hair, whether palm or natural, is still hair. Still need the same thing. It still need protein treatment, moisturizer. It still need all those things.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Steve, for that
Well-
insightful information
Welcome.
on transitioning to natural hair. And
Yes.
we really, really hope that people will learn a lot and avoid all those types of information that are not
Yeah,
right.
they're not right. right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, thank you very much for your time. We hope you've learned a lot from this particular segment. And in the spirit of natural hair, we also had an opportunity to attend an event specifically organized for naturalistas who had a chance to sample some of the natural hair products as well as mingle with the other naturalistas to learn a thing or two from each other. We also had an opportunity to review some of the contents in some of the natural hair products. So take a look at this. So we're here today at the Heritage Chronicles, where natural hair meets African wear, an event that allows natural hair and beauty enthusiasts to buy beauty products and hair products as well as they mingle with other naturalistas. So join me as we explore.
Jiweke Tavern was the place to be. Dressed in beautiful Ankara outfits, the shoppers mingled as they searched for products that best suit their needs. Colored, straight, twist out, afro, spiky, bantu knots, all these hairstyles had one thing in common. They were all natural hair. We spoke to these ladies on their transition journey. Here is what they said.
I'm Mafi. I've been natural now 8 months. I had perm there before, and it started shedding a lot, and my volume was never really large. And then I decided to just chop it. I mean, it was too much. My hair wasn't looking nice. My hairline was bad. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to try and just have my own hair. And I chopped off the chemical parts and I started the short hair with a small afro, and it grew. And it's not easy, but I found that online community and social media have really been helpful. So for me, mainly I've learned online, especially from Facebook. There's so many communities on natural hair, and I got to understand my hair and how to take care of it. So I wouldn't say I have a regime, but I really try. I understand moisture, so it's moisture. That's what I try. I doesn't really understand why sometimes I take a lot of time. Like if it's Saturday, the whole of Saturday. So yeah, and sometimes he asks me to do waves, and I'm really trying to say, like, how can you not understand how cool natural hair is? Yeah, and sometimes when you go to work with it, people are like, that is not professional. Yeah.
My name is Mary Odongo. Yes, I've had natural hair since 2008. Yeah, but along the way I decided to cut it. Actually, I had a cut like 2 weeks ago. Yes, the reason why I had a big chop, as they call it, is because my hairline was really weak. It was falling off, and I came to realize that what made my hairline weak is because of a lot of twisting, the kinky. Yeah, they used to really pull it. And again, what made my hairline weak was the crocheting. Some people really do tight crocheting, yeah. So I decided to cut it off and start afresh. So I came here to look for products. I'm just hoping it will work out, yes. I came to realize not everything that everyone says about a certain product will work for you. You just try until you get the right one for you, yes. It's not the easiest thing. You have to be very patient, yes. Number 2, just know what works best for your hair, because I mean we have different types of hair. I hear for A, for B, for C, all that, yeah. So before I even came to know my type of hair, I had done a lot of mistakes. So just know what works best for you. And number 3, just maintain it well, yeah. Because if you just make a small mistake, that's it. You might start complaining that this product or this product, but yeah, maybe it's what you do. You know, the braiding, the weave, the often weaving. Yes.
All the ladies had one common goal: to find products for their natural hair, and the exhibitors did not disappoint. who wanted to have their scalp checked got a rare treat.
Hi, my name is Cindy. I'm here with Rutia from Rotomentolatum, a pharmaceutical company from Japan, and demonstrating how to use the scalp check machine. Basically what it does is it checks whether your scalp is dry, healthy or clogged. Yeah, so it has a camera that will be able to show us whether you have any of those conditions. Now, if I put this on her scalp, I'll be able to see on the screen whether her scalp has any problems. From what we've captured on her scalp, she has a dry scalp condition, and that means her hair is not moisturized. Her scalp is dry. She's probably shampooing too much. Now, what I'd recommend is essential oils and shea butter. Those are very good moisturizers. Products that have jojoba oil. And menthol. Menthol is actually a very good moisturizer. It also gives you the cooling effect, that effect on the skin, and it's aromatherapeutic.
After a long day of shopping, interacting and exchanging ideas, all we can say is that the natural hair movement is growing bigger by the day, meaning more women are now embracing their natural hair.
Well, that was quite a beautiful event organized by the Nurtured Notes. And on that note, we have come to the end of our show today. That is My Hair and I. And I believe that you have learned a lot from today's episode. And like Steve said, you really need to put so many aspects into consideration before making the actual decision of transitioning to natural hair. And if you do that, you will have an amazing, amazing natural hair journey. So we'll see you some other time on our next episode of My Hair and I. But until then, God bless. Goodbye for now.